Hello, hello, hello. Again, this is Saturday, August 14th, 2021. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine show. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. It is like and share. It is the name of the show. We are live currently on Facebook under Sunshine Camila, Kamela. Also, it is on Spotify. It is on Groove Radio Detroit. It is on the YouTube channel as well, and Mixcloud. So again, and Twitch, I forgot. So again, please like and share. I hope you guys have been enjoying our guests that have been coming on the show. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're one person away, one advice away, one help away where you need to be in your destiny. Again, we have one more guest for this afternoon. Again, I hope you are enjoying your Saturday. If you're not doing anything, again, this weekend it is Ribs and R&B Festival downtown at Hart Plaza. And so I want you guys to enjoy that. Of course, wear your mask, enjoy your food, and stay safe. So my last guest of the afternoon have joined us. And I'm going to say Sean Rule is his real name, but we go by Gully GQ. I can't hear you.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Absolutely. Can you hear me now?
It's like your phone is buffering.
Hold on. I want to be able to hear you, but I'm gonna have to put you on speaker.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. I was trying to use my JBLs, but they a little shady.
Oh, okay. I was because I think the video was like buffering, like you were getting stuck.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, how are you, Sunshine?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
So I'm gonna go off of how I know you. I met you a couple of years ago in Highland Park,
Okay.
and we were doing networking with artists
Okay.
with Antoine Crowder, as they call him, A Dot,
Okay. Yeah.
and Ray Tucker. And
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay, who is this? And, you came in with a party, like, now you acting like somebody I need to know. Who are you? And so you were telling me that you were singing and all of this stuff. And so I friended you on Facebook back then. It's been a couple of years now. And so I just saw a clip of you somewhere singing Anita Baker song.
Oh
You
yeah, I
were
was at we were last Sunday singing that, and then I was at Eastland Court singing that. So
So
I
when
really,
did you know you had a thing for singing?
I feel like when I was 3, because my mom and grandmother were always singing around me, and just like with a foreign language, as long as you speak it around the person or continue to hum and do little runs and riffs, obviously they're gonna mimic it, because that's all music is. Different interpretations of people's improv, but 3, and then my grandmother started putting me up on and doing um solos in church, and from there it just kind of went.
So I also remember, if I'm not mistaken, you were a teacher as well, right?
Absolutely, still am. I started first teaching 2016. I was teaching at Dove, Joy Preparatory Academy, and Old Redford Academy, and Old Redford High School.
Are you going back for
Am I like delayed? Am I delayed? Because I'm noticing your response. Okay, I'm figuring.
yes. Are you going back to the new school year?
I'm debating only because the Delta variant is really confusing, and it's confusing how they want these kids to go back into the school system knowing that these kids are contracting this virus. So I'm still like, but everybody after September 4th that's on unemployment gonna have to do something. But luckily I work for myself, but I don't mind working for somebody else to build my bag.
So after September 4th, they're kicking people off.
Oh, absolutely. That's always been the understanding.
Oh, with teachers
September,
during the summer.
no, not teachers. I'm talking about people with unemployment because we all got spoiled during COVID. So if you started your unemployment and you still have unemployment, the last day I think to even be in that last little extra weeks they put on everybody's stuff is September 4th. After that, it's a wrap. You got to either be into a job, be on your way to a job, or looking for a job.
Okay. So in the meantime, what have you been doing?
Okay, so I obviously am a singer, songwriter. I am a vocal coach. I do studio work. I sing at a plethora of engagements from anniversary parties, um, retirement parties, birthday parties. I actually just now I have to go pick up a deposit for a new thing that we're doing, which are custom birthday songs. Um, and it's a lane for that. Um, I actually am in the process of writing another gospel album. I have 3 albums out. All of them are copywritten. I write all of my music. I have an artist by the name of Lori G. Shout out to her. Her project, 50 Shades of Me, is about to come out. I wrote that. I wrote 3 songs on her project and featured on one of the songs on her project. Working with another artist by the name of Rondale on developing his EP. So I'm always into music. I sing background for David Winans. Um, I'm in the process of redeveloping my background. I was formerly working with a group called Groove to You Band, which was an incredible band. They actually helped me to get my virtual show out. Um, and like I said, I don't even think I told you. Oh yeah, I still got my podcast. I definitely sometimes work in the kitchen. I love to cook. My ex-boyfriend was a master chef. So I kind of want to get into doing food trucks. I'm really into this entrepreneurial lane. I love the kids, but I really have bigger ideas that I think would benefit them far greater than me in a classroom. But still, my presence will be felt as if I were.
Hmm. So as in school, what subjects were you teaching?
Well, I taught at Dove. I taught reading and math. No, reading and science. Joy, it was self-contained. So I taught them reading, English, science, math, social studies, everything. And at Old Redford Academy High School, it was just English. And people don't know English is my favorite.
I love English
I
too.
love to write. I love literature. I love teaching kids to be able to speak their truth and be able to speak, intelligibly so that they're actually taken seriously in the real world, especially our kids, you know what I'm saying? Because they're always, doubted, you know. Sometimes I won't say always.
Um, I was trying to think. I saw, like I said, I saw the clip of you singing Anita Baker from a song, and I was like, "Oh, that's in my wheelhouse." Like, Come on, I was sitting up there, I'm blasting you in my radio in the car, and I was like, "Oh, I love this."
You gotta come to my show Tuesday at Bert's Marketplace.
Bert's.
Yes, I've been working really, really hard. Because people don't understand, like some people think that when you say that you're a singer, they just think that you just get up and sing if somebody have a funeral or if somebody get married. I'm an independent artist. I've been doing this since 2008. And it's like I'm my own manager, I'm my own publicist, I'm my own promoter, I'm the artist, I'm the background, I'm the writer, I'm the editor, I'm the graphic designer, I'm everything. So it's just not
Oh,
something.
so we gonna put out here. So Sean said he wanted to hire me.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
For?
Cause you said I did my flyer and all of that stuff real fast.
Oh, yes, yes. Your graphic design does not play. And your turnaround is really cute. Yes, I do want to hire you. But I've been hiring, honestly, people don't even understand. I've been doing this respectively since 2008. Like I was 18 doing a fashion show that I put my own money into. I handpicked up and coming designers. I picked the models. We had a model fashion call. I had the full complete backing of Wayne County Community College. The Eastern Campus. Shout out to the Eastern Campus. I got in the studio, made tracks for the album, custom tracks, and mixed every runway, every concept was conceived by myself. So event planning and performing and stuff, I went to school for this stuff. It's kind of like normal for me. But to go back to your question, yes, I do want you to work for me.
He was like, dang, that was quick. I was like, listen, when I be on it, I be on it. Like,
and when you're good at something, it's not like pulling teeth, it's effortless.
Yeah. So what do you say to a person who feels like at this point they're overlooked or not being chosen or things of that nature?
Get over it and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Keep your head up and keep it moving. Don't stop. I have a song on my album called Keep Your Head for that specific reason. Because sometimes, like, I'm not lying. Just like Langston Hughes, life for me ain't been no crystal stair, especially as an artist. Do you know how horrible it is when you've done things and nobody ever knows when it's gonna drop? You get in the studio with people, they trying to take your work, they play your song, and it took you all off the song, but left your backgrounds to gratify their own selfish needs. You do competitions with people, you losing the people hit you up at the end of the day like, bro, I feel like you should have won that. It's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna concede or you gonna keep on going? You gotta keep it moving and pump up the jam, because like I was telling somebody the other day, no is nothing but new opportunity.
Absolutely.
And one of my ex-boyfriend always tells me, the only thing they can tell you is no. That's the worst thing they can tell you. The worst thing they can tell you is no. Okay, that's fine. And it's a blessing making the cut, because every cut, sometimes you may envision the opportunity as illustrious, everything necessary. But girl, it'd be like, no, that's mediocre. Sad but true.
Yeah.
So I would definitely tell somebody that feels like they're being overlooked, and I do house music too. I do ballroom house. So talking about overlooked, it's been times I've commentated at balls. I get treated like gold and royalty when I'm out of town. Shout out to Seattle, shout out to San Francisco, shout out to Dayton, Ohio, shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. It's love. Oh, but in your own city, girl. Oh, child. They'll shade you the worst. And I love my community, but this is the truth. This is the
So
truth.
let me ask you this.
Yes.
Of course, we're gonna be keeping it real. So do you
Okay.
feel like people look over you because you're Black and you're gay? I can't hear you. It's your phone is delayed again.
The young lady can get. I'm doing my podcast right now. So she wanted me to meet her. Sorry. Sorry. Something wants me to say yes and no. I
Okay, now
say
I didn't
yes.
hear nothing you said because the phone was delaying.
Oh my God. This is irritating me. Okay, so I'm about to walk. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. Okay, so like I was saying, I do feel like yes and no. I feel like yes and no because I've had some amazing opportunities thus far. I've had some. I've been able. My gift has taken me to places where I've been able to be in some really finite but intriguing circles. However, I don't like the veil of scrutiny that I go through. It's like a lot of males are, and a lot of females are bothered by a gay man like me because I am androgynous. So I am feminine and I'm masculine. I can give it like my feminine self, and then I can give it like the male that I am. Obviously, I'm not trying to outdo or compete with anybody but myself. If you listen to my music, especially on Progress, I state and declare that, but it is really messed up that we live in a heteronormative expected society that a lot of times, disregards people like me. And that irritates me. I would have to say yes and no. I would say yes because I feel it and I went through it. There have been times that you just see certain people on stuff and you like, okay, they're not the only artists out here. But then you look at yourself and you're like, okay, well, I'm doing the same thing they doing the same way, probably that they're doing it in some ways. Why am I not getting on? Oh, but this person may be the aphrodisiac that the straight men like in contrast to a person like a gay male that makes them over really be critical about the things they do. Like I love when straight men walk past me and they know I'm gay and they pull their pants up. It's like, girl, you already had your ass out. So what was the point of that? And I'm being very transparent because this is who I am. And I was just talking about this on my Good Morning Talks that sometimes as an artist, I realize that it is my responsibility to be very professional, but it's a lot of times you have to find the line of being so professional where you're not seen as condescending, but still being frank and being being not wanting people to feel like you're soft, you know?
Okay.
So did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask this question.
Come
So
on, girl. We keeping it real, girl. I like these questions.
so when did you know, or what age, or did something happen to you where you felt like you knew you were gay?
Okay, so first of all, nothing happened to me from a sexual standpoint. I can definitely say that with full honesty. I
Mm,
was reared in a family that was very open. It was a definitely open door policy with any conversation. Shout out to my mother and my fathers. Um, I will be very honest. I grew up on the east side of Detroit, Mack and Alter, went to school at George S. Hosmer Elementary School. One day, I've always been, I guess, feminine, if you will. And when I was a kid, I had family members that would say, "Oh, he's going to be gay when he gets older." Okay. So then I've always been a dancer. I would be like when it was BET back in the day, and they had like the basement with Tigger and 106 in Park. I would literally be recording Aaliyah's Try Again videos. I would be recording Beyonce's Crazy in Love. As soon as my dad take my mom to work, I'm putting my tapes in a VCR and I'm learning routines. You see what I'm saying? Because I know what I wanted to do. The problem was when I went to the Tootsie Roll and selling me a fag and a gay bob and gay Sean, because I guess dancing was something that was perceived as gay. Doing the Tootsie Roll was something perceived as gay. So from that point, I had a very amazing role model and performing arts teacher named Mr. Zoltan Fuchs at Hosmer. She told me in her own way that the connotation of gay that I thought that people were calling me was not what it was. So she was trying to redefine the term. They were calling me a homosexual, but she said gay means happy. You're a happy young male. So then I'm taking this thing on. I'm saying that I'm this, but I'm still fighting. I'm still getting in the fights. I got beat up by grown men when I was coming up. I was on the playground. I remember a lady literally said, "You ain't nothing but a fag anyway," you know. And I felt so helpless because I had adults bothering me, and I'm a kid. I had adults telling kids to fight me. I had kids jumping me and my siblings after school because of me. I had people disrespecting my family because of a decision that nobody else allowed me to make. So no, I never got an opportunity to define myself in any way because everybody else spoke it on
Hmm. Only by what, your actions or like you
me.
like
Just because I was different. Just because
yeah.
I was different. Just because I was different. I wasn't the boy that wanted to run up and down the street and play basketball. I was the boy that was wrestling, but I knew after a while wrestling boys, I knew like, oh, I like you know what it is when you wrestling, you know that energy. See, a lot of cats don't even know, like even as a gay man, I'm very masculine. And I've learned that about myself. I'm 32. I'm a hood guy. I like to go to arcades. I like to watch anime. I like to, laugh. I like to cook. I like to cut grass. I like to maintain my home. I'm very domesticated. I'm very domestic, because I've been married, but it's just kind of messed up sometimes when it just seems like you were met with all of this adversity that A, you did not ask for, and B, you're still getting. I still go through this stuff, and that doesn't make it better. Like one of the main things that I hate that people always say to me nowadays is, "Oh, being gay is fine now. You're not gay, so how the hell you gonna tell me how the climate of being gay is?" That's so it's inflammatory and really audacious because it's like that's just like T.I. the other day. And I know I'm floating around, but I do have a podcast. I'm a social media whore. But based on my profession, I have to be. And I love a lot of bloggers and podcasters, especially Kid Fury and Crizzle of the Read. And I get a lot of my information from them. And they were talking about how T.I. was saying that when the baby made his comments, which were totally out of left field, but I digress. When he made his comments that straight people didn't go through accepting us for us to come back and bully straight people. I said that sounded like the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. Because when have I seen a straight person really step up and advocate for gay people outside of the prides? They're just being real. Trans girls dying every day in the words of Kids Fury. Nobody that I've seen, straight, male or female, has gotten on the bandwagon to say, hey, this is a problem. You got the BET Awards that won't even nominate Pose at one time, won't even, approach that issue. But it's like, nigga, we're a part of the Black community too. We're not just Black sheeps, but I don't want to get too deep, Sunshine Girl.
So I was about to ask, so I think maybe 2 minutes ago you mentioned that you were married at
I
one point.
was.
So you were married to a guy.
Absolutely legally too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
when
want all my business, Sunshine. Yes, girl, get it, get it, get it.
I'm like, did I just hear what I thought I
Yes,
heard?
girl. Yes, child. The dog got married. She got married. Um, and the crazy thing was I got married and I was the man in the marriage, but I changed my last name. Um, I was married to my ex-husband, Andre Gates, for about 7 years. Um, this is interesting. Let's talk about this. He was a great guy. He is a great guy. I just think that we were looking for things in each other that we were available to give ourselves, but untrained on how to do it.
Okay.
So it was like we balanced each other out, but he looking to me to help him get his life in order. And I'm looking at him to kind of pull himself with what I'm doing. And it's like at the end of the day, the power is up to you. So if we just block out what the next needs and just focus on what we need, it's like we really always had it all. But we were in love. We were in love. I love him. He'll always be my first husband, my only husband, because I don't think I'll get married again to a guy. Because I gotta just know that I 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 know that a guy gonna hold me down, especially in my life, and in my walk, because being an artist, it's like now I'm starting to see that I'm kind of starting to become a big deal. So it's kind of like I want to be humble. I don't want to ever get the big head. I want to press outward and not have nobody all over my back. I want people to know, oh no, he humble, he doing this thing. He be to himself, because that
Yeah.
literally is me all the time. But yeah, that's all I can say on my marriage. Without being too inflammatory, and I don't want to disrespect him because I did enough of that. But I will say that I just wish that we could have. I just wish that we could have went about things a little better and have been more communicative, and we probably could have at least been better friends, you know, and then be married. But ain't no wine before it's time. But that's my baby. I always love him, and that's that
Um,
on me.
yeah. So how did you come up with your stage name?
That's a good question. So Gully is 100. I've always wanted to just be honest, transparent, be rude, keep it gutter. And on the East Coast, I know I've heard that, people say, keep it gully. So I was like, Gully, I like that. GQ was always a nickname from Wayne County in church because I was always dressing up, suit jacket, dress shirt, even when I was in the middle college program, because I felt like we have been afforded this opportunity as sophomores in high school to go to college. Yeah, we 16, but I got some shirts and some ties and some dress shirts. I'm about to come in here like I belong in college, and Gully GQ was born.
Wow. I'm excited for our conversation. I tell people all the time I don't make up questions. I don't research you. It is what it is. When we talk, as real as can get. I don't know no histories, none of that. Because I wanted to be authentic. And so again, when I first met you, it wasn't about any appearance or anything like that. It was more so your attitude, your swag, your and then I believe you sung at one time. And I was like, you really, I don't know who you are, but I feel like I need to know you. And it was I met, I think we were outside and we took pictures and
I remember that night too. Now that you're saying that you're talking about, I remember that night because Dre was there,
it
Kim
was
Joyce was there.
Yes, it was a lot of people.
It was everybody was there that night, and because I was like, because I'm sitting up and I go past, I'm like, I know they ain't in this building because I actually used to live on Kerwood in that green house that was in front of the building. So when I saw that everybody was in this building and I saw ADOT, I said, oh, okay, then it's gonna be real nice. And I was so mad that I didn't come up and sing the first time I came, but I did want to come back. So I think the night I saw you, I came back.
Yeah. Ray is really talking about opening that space up and really getting back to because it was catching momentum until
It
wintertime came.
was. I don't and then you know what I'm saying? What people don't understand and fail to realize is that there is a lot of homophobia in the poetry community. And I just want to go ahead and talk about it. And I'm gonna lead this conversation along after I say this on your show. There are a lot of people in the poetry community who are gay as fuck and don't fuck with gay people. There are a lot of
So wait. So you're saying that they're gay, but they don't mingle with other gay people?
because it is a hate of self. Malcolm X said it himself, and this was on one of the tracks that I'm on with my boy Blacksmith of Coleman Young. Who taught you to hate yourself? My whole thing is I have had young men literally approach me at clubs because they perceive that because I whispered something to them or because I came out to them with an extended arm that I'm trying to come on to them. Even in my community, there are straight men that work in gay clubs that have biases. A kiss from me on the cheek is a term of endearing. Calling my friend a bitch, that's a term of endearment. That's a term of endearment. Giving my dude a hug, be it a loving hug, a bro hug, or any kind of hug, that's love. So when you at your club, which is the Woodward, oh, I hate this. I'm about to go sit over here. I'm gonna sit over here because I feel like when I walked, it started getting staggering. But it just bothers me that I encounter it in the overall community and then to encounter it in your own community from these same heterosexual men. It's tiresome. It's like, don't nobody want the niggas that be, and excuse my French, but the cats that really be talking and having so much to say and think and being homophobic, we not even looking at you. The girls not even looking at you. The women aren't even looking at you. So it just bothers me that, because I've been banned from places, for people's biases, for things that had nothing to do with the club or the damn space. And one thing about me is I don't go nowhere I'm not wanted, and I don't mind not coming. I don't mind not coming. I do not mind not coming because let me tell you something. Anytime I go somewhere, I want to have a good time. This is the first time I've been single in years. You know what I'm saying? These past 3 months, if you've been seeing my Facebook page, Sunshine, and I would encourage you, YouTube, Instagram, music down galore. we working. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit down on my talent and on my gift. But like I said, it's a lot of people in this poetry community that don't mess with the gay people and say it brazenly. My money's good enough, but respect for me and respect for my autonomy and for my being is just too much to ask. And I just don't understand who. I really want to meet the person that told gay people that they need to seek heterosexual people's acceptance, because I've never heard a heterosexual person come get my acceptance for them being straight.
Mhm.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm a sociology major, so I study human behavior and I study social constructs and I study social phenomena. So it may be deep to some and it may be surface to others. You know, it may just be, oh, he's just talking about all gay stuff, but it may be, no, this is truth. This is what he's been going through. So this is perspective to some other folks, but it's still valid nonetheless.
Mhm.
I hope I'm providing you this context that you are requiring.
I'm okay because this is your honesty. You know what I'm saying? This is who you
Absolutely.
are. And so
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want you to change yourself because you're on my show.
And you
Absolutely
should
not.
continue to host because you are really easy to draw you're drawing the answers out. I told somebody the other day who's an artist, I said, baby, you can't do everything by yourself. Sometimes you got to go to the baker to get you a loaf of bread. You can't make your own loaf. You got to go to somebody that knows how to do what you want to do. Well, I'm not a big talker. Okay, well, go link up with a host that knows how to draw it out of you that can really make you comfortable to be able to share. So I thank you for providing such a safe space, Sunshine. For real.
Thank you. People, I have reached out to some people and they was like, "Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared." And then when they get on here, they don't want to leave. It's like, oh, it's me. Is you know what I'm saying? I am transparent to I've been there. I've done that. If people know my story, I've had moments where, I was with girls. I've been in and out the church. I've
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a divorce. I've been there, suicidal, all of that. That it touched on every area that a part of life. And
Mm-hmm.
so I have no place to judge nobody. You know what I'm
Let's go.
saying? And so I might talk to you. My first meeting with you was music. And music is, as we say, universal. It's the language of the heart. I
Yes,
could
absolutely.
speak it, I could sing it, I could, all types of makes you move, all types of stuff. And like I said, when I first met you, it was, I don't know who you are, but I feel like I need to know you. And I meant that.
I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that like verbatim. But I
I
mean,
literally meant that.
I really appreciate that because I mean, you know, it means a lot when people say things like that because it means that you're doing what you're doing well. And I just don't want my good works to be evilly spoken of. And like I keep trying to tell people, it takes a lot to be an artist. It takes so much. You know, it takes a lot of failures. It takes a lot of little wins. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of letdowns, setbacks for you to really appreciate the gains, you know. So even moments like this, I really appreciate this, you know. Detroit High Radio extending the opportunity to work at Burt's Marketplace. I remember when I was going to Burt's Marketplace to DoorDash people their food. You know what I'm saying? I was going past Burt's Marketplace to hear the band and be inspired. And now I'm performing there. So it's like, it may be little to some people as an artist who's trying to build his legacy and pay homage. These are like, you know, landmarks for me.
But what I want to say to you to encourage you is we plant seeds. Some people water, some people plant them, some people, but at the end of the day, God get the increase, period. At the end of the day, don't stop because of somebody else's opinion, period. I'm not looking at you because you black, you're gay, you're this, you're that. It was your voice. It's the way you perform. It's all of these things that matters to me at the end of the day. And so my thing has always been you're 6 degrees of separation, period. You're one person away, one advice away, one help away on where you need to be in your destiny. You don't know that somebody might come to Bert and was like, I'm looking for an artist. I don't know who, but I know it when I see it, when I hear it. And they choose you. Then what? Are they looking at you because of your sexual orientation? No.
You're right.
Not at all. And so, even in this point of where I am right now, I didn't know that this was going to happen. Not at all. But just like you encouraged me to keep going, I want everybody to be comfortable, to be able to tell your story. I don't want anybody to be stuck in a closet, not another day, not when you're around me. I don't. I know what that feels like.
And
I know
ultimately, we're
people.
overcome by the words of our testimony. So when you tell it, you're not only freeing yourself and giving God glory, but you're encouraging somebody else to come out of their situation, and out of their burdens, So, I definitely agree, but unfortunately in my life, it's like, it's all that's even when don't want it to be the subject, that's always the subject. Sometimes I don't want it to be the subject, but it's just the subject because you may not get booked because a person has a bias to people like that, or
So
your action may be misperceived because of people thinking of that one thing.
let me point this seed to you.
Mm-hmm.
People probably gonna get mad at me, but it's the truth. So eventually, all these documentaries that I didn't make this up, that as beautiful as Whitney Houston's voice was, did they not come out and say that Whitney used to be with a girl?
Absolutely, Robin.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, nobody cared about that. Nobody cared about that. All they wanted to hear was Whitney's voice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just catch what I put down?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's all I'm gonna say. I planted the seed. That's it. It's out my hand. I'm glad you caught it.
Absolutely.
So again, this is artist to artist. And even in that, I think that night you was like, man, I think I performed that night. I think I did. But again, some of the people, some of the circles, some of the things that I am afforded to do for this show, to bring people on here to tell their stories. And I'm amazed. As the host, I'm trying to keep my mouth closed from jaw dropping. Like, did they just say the wait? You can't go over there like I didn't just hear that. Like, no. Let's go back. Wait.
Right, let's run it back.
Like, we gotta talk about this. So
Right.
now your people who love you for you now know another part of you that they might have never heard.
Right.
This is why I'm saying I am really into the whole person. Like my basketball people, I don't just talk to them or we just don't talk about basketball. Let's talk about you. How are you as a father? How are you as a brother? How are you as this, that? And then I come to find out they're teachers. They're this. And I'm like,
I'm telling you, people
so
out here
I
doing
want you
it.
to be encouraged today. I really do.
Thank you. I really am. I feel, and it's crazy. I just lost a friend today, a good friend that was a ball of sunshine. So, and that was the only reason I was a little apprehensive, and and I just found out about it like 2 hours ago. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta do this podcast. But I feel so much better now, and he will want me to be in good spirits because he was so funny. So I really need that encouragement. So I thank you so much, Sunshine, for real.
Like I said, you don't know what you meant to me, for me to see up on hand like somebody who will rock a stage no matter what. I saw
No
it
matter what, baby.
no matter what. And I was in the car going to pick my husband up, I want to say yesterday or the day before, and I had just ran across the Facebook of you singing Anita Baker. And I was just like, oh, come on, that's my song right there. And it was the right key. It was how you just going in and out the notes. And I said, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
We got to do what we do skillfully now. We just can't get up and just open our mouth and let a warthog crack come out. We gotta do it right.
But
So I
one of these
appreciate it.
days, I'm putting it out here. You're gonna have to either write me a song or get me on a track or something. We're gonna
I
have to do
got the
something.
studio. Hey, and I'm actually right now just learning how to make beats. So that can happen. Just let me know when you available and what all you want to do. If you do poetry, you do rap, you need to sing, whatever you want to do, I'm fine with that. I'm actually working on a gospel project right now called Recovery. Um, I want to go back to my roots and I want to do, hold on, I want to do a live recording and I want to do it at my home church. And I'm probably gonna do it next year, but I want to start building the community choir right now. So I'm writing all the songs. I'm probably only gonna sing one song, but I'm gonna have a host of bad singers on it. And we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do it the right way. No, recovery it's gonna be a real good project. A real good project. And
And
then
I,
like I
I
said,
I feel that.
yeah.
I like the name of it.
Thank you. I try to do one words. My single "Late Night Need You" is the only thing I ever have produced released with more than one word. My first album was called Determined. A lot of people don't know about Determined. Late Night was on Determined. The first CD, however, that is on my virtual playlist. I mean, discography is Unorthodox. Then is Assertion. Assertion is the CD that basically is about my divorce. That's my lemonade, if you will. And Progress, my current CD, is where I am now today as a 32-year-old male. And
So,
Recovery is going back and giving it back to Christ.
and it all makes sense because one thing about it, even in recovery and healing and all of these good things, it's a process.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, my person before me, Denitra Jackson, you need to go back and watch hers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
is you got to surrender all.
Absolutely.
You got to surrender all. It's a
Because
process.
that's
It
the
don't
only
happen
way you
overnight.
going, and that's the only way you're gonna get to where you want to go. Because I've literally been prophesied to since I was a kid, and the last prophecy that I got was from Letitia Carey, and she told me, "You want to make it in the R&B world, and that's cute, but God said you for the kingdom." So I already know what it is. You know, I've already known what it was when I married my husband. I left the church. I was about to become a minister. And I left the church because I was dealing with so much depression, church gossips, and it was encouraging me to have, again, it's always the church. It goes back to the cross. It's my place. And then I feel like the way this world is working, he on his way back soon anyway. And I want to be amongst the number. Yeah. Um,
I think you buffering
but
again.
to each his own. And like I said, I enjoyed this talk. I like I said, the Harperwood service is terrible.
You said Harper Woods.
You can't call, you can't do it. Yes, the service is terrible. See, that's why I was over here by the car, because it was like, now you can hear me a little better, can't you?
Hmm.
Am I am I still buffering?
You're getting better.
See, I think it's a tower or something. How I
Um,
sound now?
yeah, you good.
I'm good. All right, cool.
So again, when I tell everybody an hour goes past so fast when you having fun, it is, I you strip all everything. Like it's just me. I'm
Mhm.
not judgmental at all. I've been there, done that. Um, and this is where we are. One thing God told me this year that I was going to become the help that I once needed. And
Amen.
so, whatever that is, whatever help you need, whatever advice you need, I'm bringing somebody on here who can do just that, meet you exactly where you need. And wherever I am, that's where the church is. And wherever I am, that's
Amen.
where God is. And
Because
so if God
yeah,
come in and say, look, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, that listen, that's what I'm gonna do.
period.
Because I'm not about to get in trouble because of you.
And I just told I swore I just spoke on that the other day. I told somebody, I said, if God told you to do something and you don't do it, honey, obedience is greater than sacrifice. You'll set up and block your own blessing because you wasn't obedient. And I said that means also the people that you don't like, because God sometimes will give you a word for somebody that you don't like.
Absolutely.
But that
They could
word
be
is for
holding the
them.
key.
Thank you. They could be holding the key to your breakthrough.
I know I have some major things coming in the work. And when they come, I'm gonna keep you in mind. Just hear what I say.
Please. Please, I would love to work with you. And like I said, you'll be probably working for me because, like I said, I enjoyed this interview. I definitely feel like I healed through a lot of things, just even talking about a lot of stuff because I haven't talked about my divorce in that context in a long time. So I really think that you're doing a great thing, with this show because it's healing to talk, and we have to understand we have been in isolation for a whole year and a half. This
Yes,
is healing for the people on a whole other level. Because
yes,
people really realize, oh, okay, he a singer, he up and coming celebrity, but he done been through some things like I have, and he done got brought out some things, so maybe I can overcome too. Yeah, you can. Keep going, keep the faith, keep pressing, keep praying, keep giving, and keep going. Because if you stop, then that ain't what the ministry called for.
no.
I can't stop with purpose in my belly. I can't die with purpose in my belly. I
And we
can't do
all gonna
that.
get in trouble if you do that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you got some great places to go, and little do people know some of your biggest artists is probably bisexual, whatever, and you don't even know.
I
So,
swear. I swear. And it's
so
really like you
again,
said, it's not even about all of that. It's really about the music. It's about the person. It's about the lyrics. It's about the artistry. People and their biases are opinions, and opinions don't matter. Facts only do. So, and a lot of times the ones that have the most problems are the ones that's mad because they can't have you or want you and won't tell you. So I know what it is. Like I said, I've been dealing with this since I was a kid, so I'm straight. Our ex, different levels, different devils.
yep. And so, like I said, I just want you to be encouraged today that
Thank you.
even going forward is we don't get stuck, where we're hurting. It's time to heal. It's time to really let some things go, really get before so your mind is clear. So when those lyrics come, then you're totally open to that. And so
Mhm.
this right here is just the beginning of putting a bomb on to really get down in them deep places that we didn't know still hurt. And
Mhm.
so um That's what I want you to do today, even in you're grieving, even into that, that God is the healer of all things. There's nothing that
Amen.
God can't do. And
That's
so
right.
even in this, um, God is here for you. He'll always be here for you. No matter
Amen.
if people flake on you or if they don't support you, God got your back. And
Mhm.
he's been doing it forever. And
I
so
receive it.
I just want you to know that I love you. I
I love
love
you
what
so
you
much,
do.
Sunshine. Thank you.
And you keep your head up, sir.
I will, ma'am.
Because eventually they're gonna know who you are. And it has
Thank
nothing to
you.
do with nothing but that voice and how
Thank
you
you.
present what's in your heart.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So it is time for us to go.
Oh,
I know. I told you
it was
I'll
a
go
good
past
show,
so
girl.
fast.
Though I had fun. I had
Good.
fun.
Good. So again, you guys, when you get a chance, go down to Bert's. They on Tuesdays, right?
So it's not Tuesdays. It's this Tuesday. I have tickets, $10. They can cash at me. You can send them to my page. I got 10 more tickets left. We got 4 vendors. It's going to be hosted by Frank James, famous Frank James. We're going to feature Alva Stewart. We're also going to have, a couple little surprises in there, and I'll be killing the end of the night. So we're going to do something real nice. The vendors are going to be Jane's Eateries. She has infused cannabis infused edibles. We have tranquil teas. We have 313 made t-shirts, and we have uh uh blue smoke hookahs. So it's gonna be real nice, real nice.
Okay.
Grown
So
and sexy events.
so I want you guys to support him. After the show, inbox me the
The
ticket
flyer
information.
and
Yeah.
I'll invite you the flyer and my cash app.
Okay. And then I will once I tag the actual show today, I'll make sure it's on there so people can support you.
Thank you, love.
You're so welcome. Well, I'll see you soon.
Absolutely. Be blessed and pray my strength in the Lord.
I got you.
All right, love you, sunshine.
All right. Bye
Thank
bye.
you for the opportunity. Peace.
You welcome.
I